The next stop is Concourse C, which is available.
It's hard to believe it's been 2 months since I last put up a video, and that is an absolutely terrible thing to do if you're going to have a YouTube channel, but sometimes you just have to do it. At the end of my Mexico trip, when I returned home, we were just about ready to go into harvest, and then there was the holiday season and all sorts of reasons not to make videos, and I just kind of needed a break. So to you people out there that have been hanging out with me over the years, I thank you for hanging in there while I had my little 2-month hiatus. For those of you that are new, I usually do try and make a video every other week or maybe once a week, but apparently sometimes that will be 2 months. I'll try not to let that happen again. 2024 is gone, so 2025 is here, and we're looking forward to new things, new challenges, new vacations maybe, I don't know. But here we are, back at the farm, getting ready to do some farming. Wow, that's really close. Can't seem to get this to the right angle. Maybe this will work. Well, it's back to the old routine. We gotta get some farming done. I've been back for a day or two from Mexico, but the truck is not running very well here. What the hell? Come on, let's go, truck. We started stripping paint off of the old corn crib, and earlier this summer, Gary had some guys come out and they repainted the ceiling of the barn, the roof of the barn and the corn crib and the old grain bin, the fuel tanks. Just painted them a silver like they were years ago. Gotta do that every once in a while because they just sit and bake in the sun, obviously. But yesterday we started working with the pressure washer and taking paint off of those old buildings so that they can be repainted eventually. We got a little bit of a window here where we can get a few things done before Gary has a trip that he's going to go on. So we're going to see how many of these things we can get done that require 2 people before he leaves town. Like crossing the highway. And since I came back, these roads are terrible. I don't know what the county did to these roads while I was gone, but good Lord, they're just a mess. And we haven't even hit harvest. No one's even harvesting yet. I don't know what exactly they're doing. Gary, actually, while I was gone, decided to fix my tire. I don't know if you remember me talking about that a while back. I had a leak in that tire. It was brand new in my back left, and I couldn't find it. I looked for it like 5 times. We couldn't find it. Gary looked for it, couldn't find it. Well, then he was over at my house while I was gone and decided to look for it, and he actually did find it, and it was just some big piece of nail or old nail or slag. I don't know what it was. The tire is up, and I think it's mostly holding air. I probably should put a little air in it again, but you know, I can handle a 1, 2, or 3 day leak on a tire. That doesn't bother me. The 24-hour leak is a no-go. That's just stupid. That's kind of the update from coming back from vacation. I really did enjoy that vacation. Met some interesting people, met some awesome people, and vacation is, you just enjoy it. I mean, Gary got the 4-wheeler up and running, which is pretty awesome because we use that a lot during harvest to run around from spot to spot, from like the grain truck to the auger wagon, back and forth. So that was really good to see. Apparently my combine got a flat while I was gone. He pulled it out of the shop to do some cleanup, and then when he put it back in, the tire was flat. So he took the tire off and had that repaired by a friend who does a lot of tire work for us. And now we can just put it back on, which will be nice. I don't know if I replace that one last year. I think I might have replaced that tire last year. I'm not positive. I kind of lose track of which one it is, because if you count all the tires around here, I bet we have 80 tires on vehicles. It's kind of hard to keep track of. There's the tire. Apparently the inner tube was a little bit pinched when it got stuffed in there, and so it just needed to be kind of straightened out. It didn't get set right somehow. It's going to have to go on there today. And then in order to do that, I believe we have to pull pull one of the tires off of that combine out there, the back one, because these tires have a ring on them, or they should have. This one didn't, but they should have this ring here to just stabilize it, because they twist and move and slide a lot, so that keeps them from falling off, breaking off, because that's a lot of weight. All that weight back there plus grain on that little bitty axle. I mean, it looks big, but for the amount of weight that's on there, it's not. So we need to get these things up there too, which is not hard, but it's annoying. This doesn't happen very often. Look at that, he cleaned all of that off. It's very rare that you see this much flat surface around that doesn't have a bunch of stuff on it. Okay, now I remember what the deal is. The ring that's going to go on here, once the tire's on there, the ring that supports it is flat. Like these bolts, they have that little flangey thing, and they need to be, that's fine for when you put the tire on there, but when you put that ring on there, it doesn't. They need to be a flat head like that, or they can't have that bevel, that flange, whatever you want to call it. Not flange, what is it? You know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna do a little more spraying on this. We knocked down this, got rid of all the oxidized wood, a lot of the paint, but I couldn't get up over that support bar there. So Gary's gonna put me up in the little box we made, the cage. I'm gonna spray all that down. We got that upper done. That white paint on there is done really good. My grandmother did that by hand long ago, and that was really good paint. It's really hard to get off, which is fine. It can stay there. If it's gonna stick, that's great. Now we are going to move over here and go up there and see if we can start up there and start working our way down. This works out pretty well. It's a chemical tote cage. We took the insert out and turned it into a kind of a man cage, man lift. It's working pretty well, honestly. I think there's actually old crappy soybeans in there, so we're trying not to get water inside. Yeah, that makes the most sense. Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to see if we can help our neighbor. I was over there yesterday helping him out a little bit, switching the feeder house chain on one of his combines, but we got about 80% done and realized that John Deere sent him the wrong part, and so we had to undo everything, and now we have the chains in the back of my truck here. They also gave me the wrong part for the tire on my combine, where I think I explained it before, the bolts are just the wrong shape to fit with a support ring on the outside. So I need to exchange those. The ones they gave me, I only need 6 and they said I needed 8, so I just went with that. And I should have realized when they said that they were probably giving me the wrong thing. It's one of those deals where they just look at the number, and just because they look at the number, I've said that before, well, the number says it's right. Well, the computer isn't always right. Someone entered something wrong or didn't enter the right thing in, especially on this old equipment where things changed over the course of the 20 years of manufacturing that machine or whatever. Every year they made a little modification. Well, they probably didn't get that stuff updated. So anyway, we're gonna take one bolt off of this tire of this combine and make sure they know what, they get me the right part. Let's do that one. See if we can spend the day getting this debacle undebacleized. I think I just made up a word there. The problem is, for his deal, they sent the wrong chain. The feeder house chain for the 6620 side hill is about a foot shorter than the land level. Well, of course they said, well, you didn't tell us it was a side hill. I know he did, because everybody that has a side hill knows that sort of stuff, because side hills are just a little bit different. So you always specify that to make sure you get the right part, because no one wants to be running around all over creation, which is kind of what we're doing a little bit today, which is no big deal, but just one of those dumb things. The crappy part is just rough guessing numbers, but I think it's about a $600 chain for the side hill when I bought mine, and $800 from John Deere for the one that they sent him wrong. The shorter one from John Deere is actually $1,000, and they want to charge him $200 a restocking fee because they gave him the wrong chain, or for whatever reason he got the wrong chain. So it basically turns a $500 or $600 chain into a $1,000 chain, and a bunch of running around, and it really kind of sucks. So I guess I'm not the only one that has the deal issue with old combines, and the numbers not just in the numbers on the computer not being exactly what they say they are. I don't know how much I'll film today, because I don't really like filming at other people's places too much, but we'll see. I'll see how much we can get in there to explain what we're doing. I don't really like using my phone too much to record, but kind of an impromptu thing, helping Wayne switch the feeder house chain. And here, flip you going here. So we got the chains, the old chain's coming out there, new chain is coming in through here, and then we've got them connected inside. So we pull this, that goes up, this one goes in. It's not really how they probably do it at John Deere or anywhere else in the world. Maybe it is, I don't know. That's how we're doing it. Usually I think a lot of people would pull the old stuff out the bottom there, if there's just too much stuff in the way.
2024 presented quite a few challenges, and I think 2025 is going to have even more, but I think they're going to be positive. So hopefully there'll be lots of new cool stuff to watch, or interesting stuff to watch, and we won't have that big break in between videos again. Thanks everybody for watching. Don't forget to do the thing down below with the buttons, and we will see you in the next one.